On 24th March, India announced 21 days lockdown when India's total corona patients was only 560. Today, after 44 days of lockdown, our total patient tally stands at 60,000. Obviously, a question arises that how effective this lockdown has been, what have we gained, and is it really worth the cost we paid for it? In this video, we are going to discuss about the positives, some drawbacks, and also some missed opportunities of corona lockdown in India. Stay with me till the end.
Hit the subscribe button and press the notification bell to be part of the conversation. Although lockdown was used first in Wuhan, we first appreciated the lurking danger of not containing corona when it started spreading in Italy in late February. We understood that if restrictions are not imposed, how even a developed country can be brought down to its knees by the sheer overwhelming number of patients. After watching the horrors unfolding in Europe, I had no doubt that lockdown was absolutely necessary for a country like India with a high population density, weak medical infrastructure, undisciplined people, and lack of awareness.
Actually, what surprised me is the early timing of the lockdown, and kudos to Mr. Narendra Modi for taking such a bold decision, and fortunately he had the political equity to back him in this move. Let us now analyze the achievements which we have made through this lockdown in relative terms when we compare with other countries which have delayed the lockdown, like Italy, France, Spain, UK and USA. We will also analyze other countries which have done better than us, like Japan and South Korea, and we will see that what learnings can we incorporate from them for our future fight against corona.
This figure shows how fast the total number of cases have increased for different countries, with the counting date normalized from the date of 100th confirmed case. And the figure is self-explanatory that India have done exceptionally well in corona containment. By the time USA, where there is no national lockdown, reached 100,000 cases, India had less than 10,000 cases. If we take the 10,000 cases milestone, India was lagging 10 days behind the rest of the group. If we compare 50,000 milestone from the first day of corona appearance, again India is way ahead of the group, and this all is possible because of the early lockdown announced. This figure shows rolling 3-day average of the daily new cases of corona. You can see Italy, Spain, UK and France announced lockdown when they had surge in new patients of more than thousands per day, whereas India went early with less than 100 daily patients. If we further normalize the data with underlying population, India's new patients are less than 5 per million people. Our doubling rate is around 11 days, which is again top quartile. India also ranks highest in terms of strictness of lockdown enforcement with a score of 97.35.
Additionally, this lockdown gave government enough time to scale up health infrastructure, procuring PPE kits, setting up isolation wards, and developing test laboratories.
On March 23rd, we had only 114 test laboratories, and as of today, we have 340 government and 114 private labs. In February, India imported 51,000 PPE kits from abroad. But in 2 months, in May, India became second largest PPE kit maker in the world by producing on average 1.5 lakhs PPE kit per day. We have ramped up facilities for conducting 50,000 RT-PCR tests daily. We now have 1.3 lakh dedicated hospital beds earmarked for COVID patients. At present, there are around 970 COVID-only hospitals. We are now using advanced data analytics to track corona-affected areas and define containment zones.
Clearly, this lockdown gave the government ample time to boost up health infrastructure, flatten the new infections and death curve, and also hopefully make people more aware and sincere about the grave situations which India is facing.
The obvious loss has been the economic devastation caused by the lockdown, which has huge effects on informal workers, micro and small enterprises, farmers and the self-employed who are left with no livelihood in the absence of transportation and access to market.
But as PM Narendra Modi said, "Jaan hai to jahan hai." And it's not only India, all other countries had to accept the short-term loss just to preserve the possibility of a better future. But I have one complaint on the mismanagement of the migration workers.
When the government planned for lockdown, they completely forgot about the migrant workers. And I am still not sure why the government took 40 days to arrange special trains for them to return. If the Home Ministry had taken a more human and sincere effort earlier, we could have averted the 11 deaths which happened in train accident in Aurangabad.
Unfortunately, we are missing one obvious fact, that in spite of the lockdown, we have not been able to bend the corona increase graph.
If we study the daily new infection chart which I showed you earlier, Italy, France, Spain, UK, they all are now beyond peak and their recovery rate is now higher than new infections. If we study two other countries, Malaysia and Australia, who announced lockdown around similar time, have managed to bring new infections less than 50. So as the rest of the world are opening up economy after controlling the corona spread, we are opening the economy with still increasing but linear corona growth rate model, if not exponential.
As more and more people will now start traveling, I have fear that only this corona increase graph will be steepening more in coming days.
I think we should have emulated South Korea and Japan model. Those countries were never in true lockdown mode, but they invested on massive mass testing for early detection of infected cases, isolating the first order contact persons and breaking the chains. But we are lacking far behind on that front. I wish government had thrusted more on mass testing.
Guys, in summary, we have challenging days ahead in front of us. I am proud of both central and state governments on how they have rose up to the challenges. Obviously, there could have been some shortcomings, some things could have been done in different way or in a better way, but this has been a great learning curve for us as a nation. I hope that we keep aside the Mandir Masjid politics from now on and focus on health and education in coming days. Thank you.